Right. Hello, one and all, and welcome to an interesting little playthrough. This is going to be a big playthrough. Welcome to Kingdom Hearts. So I've streamed this game like way back when. And if you stuck around with the channel for a while, you'll know that it's one of my go-to games of the year. It's one of my feel-good games. And we have finished Dusk Fade of late. And I thought, you know what? It might be a good idea to go back to this, especially with all the Kingdom Hearts 4 content coming out. And I thought it just might be fun to do a top to bottom of the games in general. I'm gonna pick some weird options to begin with for this game. So, start a new game. We're gonna go through this game on final mix rather than proud mode. Plain and simple. Kingdom Hearts on proud mode is a bit bizarre, to say the least. I think that most Kingdom Hearts games, when it comes to difficulty options, does the right thing, which is enemies will get slightly different movesets as you go along, stats will be a little bit different going on throughout the game. Kingdom Hearts 1 is the only game that goes for the traditional difficulty thing, which is it changes health and damage outputs. And I'm not a massive fan of that idea in these games as it is, but Kingdom Hearts 2 onwards, it definitely proud mode is definitely a lot better in that regard. But regardless, I think just for the sake of making this, we're doing content here. I want to finish the game. We'll be doing just regular old final mix. Manual, thank you very much. Sure. Right, and I don't want to get copyright struck, so the second I can, I will be skipping this opening, unfortunately. It's a good opening. Check it out on the YouTubes if you can, or if you got the game. But, why can I not skip you, actually? That's interesting. I assumed I could.
I've been having these weird
I'll let this opening play.
Lately.
And then we're just going to skip straight to it.
Like, is any of this for real? Or not?
There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's streamer mentality, right? You get a lot of people who play this game, who play games like this, and they're like, oh, isn't the music good? Listen to the music as they're playing the game, and it's like, you don't own the music, and it's kind of hard to be transformative when it's just a blasting in the background, But I want to talk about the game. It's kind of hard to do that when there's something like that happening. So much to do, so little time. Take your time, don't be afraid. So, yeah, the opening to this game perplexes a lot of people in terms of like the choices that you're making. There are people that say that these are choices that will never come, that will never be relevant ever again. That is a lie. They are relevant from the moment go. So, I am going to be doing this playthrough a little bit differently to how I normally would, because normally I like to rush things along, and that that means that I'll be getting things like sliding dash, scan, all that sort of stuff as early as possible. We're not doing that this time around, because if I'm going to try and do like a 100% playthrough of this game, that means that we're going to need some shenanigans. So, we've got the option to pick up the sword here. No. We're going for the staff. There we go. Power of the Mystic. Inner strength. A staff of wonder and ruin. So, don't think of the staff as inherently magic. Think of it as tied to your abilities. So that's why we're going to be picking the staff, and then we're going to be chucking the sword. Which you might think, oh, well, isn't that a knockdown on strength? Not as much as you would think. And like max stats, the amount of strength that you would have, or at least like attack points and stuff like that, it's we're talking single digit stuff here. So honestly, the only reason why you would struggle with this decision in the first place is if you were deciding on, like, if you knew what these decisions did. So in this case, we gave up the power of the warrior, and we went in for the power of the mystic, which means that going forwards, we're going to get a boost in MP overall, which is a very good thing to have in this game, especially in this first game of all the titles. It means that we're going to get things like Treasure Magnet quite early on. It's going to take a little bit to get to scan, which I know that a lot of people, including myself, it's kind of valuable to have scans so you can tell how much damage is left on certain enemies. If you're familiar with this game, you should be able to get by. That's generally my rule of thumb with that sort of stuff. This is going to be weird because it means that we have to whack things with a staff for a bit. It's especially with the shield, because I'm pretty sure that shield's got its own unique animation for attacks, and it's something that's never used again. I think it might be based off of like Goofy's attacks in this game, but we shall see. Expect this to be a little reviewy, a little analytical as we go throughout as well. It tends to be the case with these videos. Let's go! Yeah, playing this on normal means that I'll be able to show you all of the content in the game within a reasonable amount of time, which means that I can move on to the other Kingdom Hearts games, and we can hopefully get all of this done before, you know, Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, because otherwise if I was playing this on like Proud and Critical modes, like, I might stream those titles in the future, but if that happens, ooh. Yeah, if that happens, expect it to be after I've done a base playthrough of all of these games. Should also say that when it comes to 358 encoded, I'll probably be doing the Melon Mix version of those games, just because it's going to be easier to record. Although I do own those titles, so I feel morally fine with doing that. It also means that I don't have to crane my neck. I found that whenever I try to take... well, I found that whenever I try to record footage of an EDS game in the past, I'm always craning my neck down at the screen, and it's a whole ordeal. I can't open it. Oh no, whatever shall I do? It's a treasure chest. This is so weird. It's so weird going back to this game. Like, this is my most played Kingdom Hearts game. Kingdom Hearts 2 is my boy, but gotta say, feels weird coming back to this one. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with a bit of luck, this entire opening sequence isn't going to take that long. I don't know, like, how I'm going to do these videos in terms of, like, formats, because my other videos at the moment, the other recorded videos, I normally go for an hour and a half each. That seems to be my thing at the moment. And that doesn't really fit this game, because it's more episodic. I would go world by world, but that does mean cutting some of this stuff a bit short, and also it doesn't entirely fit with some of the more bizarre things that we're going to be doing in this game in particular, which we'll get onto in a little bit. But here we go. So this is another little choice here. So like the first one, the first choices that we make in this game, sword, staff, shield, that's all about what order we're going to get stats and what order we're going to get certain abilities. This second choice here, again, which people tend to think is a bunch of baloney, this is all to do with XP. It's all to do with where, like, how tough the grind's going to be at certain points of the game. What we are going to do is we are going to try and ensure that the grind between level 0 and 40 is going to be a bit slow, and then the grind from 41 to 99 is going to be a lot faster. This is just going to help us out in the long run. The second we reach level 40, it means that as we go throughout the game, basically a lot of the stuff that we're going to get at the start of the game is going to be extremely useful to doing a lot of the treasure hunting stuff that we need to do over the course of the game. And then all of the combat stuff that we'll need to really give us a boost will get in the latter half, and we can just sort of speed along that. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So if we talk to this, what's more important? Being number 1, friendship, or my prized possessions? It sounds a little bit scuffed, but yeah, we need to do prized possessions. If you're wondering what each of these questions do, why there are 3 of them in total, it's sort of like, think of it like scales. The idea is that each time you answer like option 1, there's a weight put on there's a weight put down on the level up faster from level 0 to 40 side. If you choose the second option, there's a weight that's put in the center, which means that you will have an even journey over the course of the entire game, which you might think sounds good. Trust me, no, because it means that you'll have the highest, or at least you'll have around the highest XP requirements overall. It's not good at all. And then of course the latter one means that there's a weight pot on the side where we can level up from level 41 to 99 a lot easier. So we're putting all of our weights, if you will, on that side, on option 3, on the on the furthest side possible. So your adventure begins in the dead of night. Your road won't be easy, but a rising sun awaits your journey's end. That's what we want to hear. So yeah. It means that we're going to have an uphill battle to begin with, but it also means that the latter half of the game is going to be a bit easier, especially thanks to some of the gubbins that we're going to get. We're going to go up against the first boss here. You can actually... Sorry about my coughing. You can actually die here, but we won't, because we're just that good. There we go. Nice bit of AoE. You can see like a tentative like lock-on system happening here with that. That basically means that it's telling you if you're not locked on, this is where your attacks are going to end up. You can also see combat's very consistent. The idea being that unless you land a hit, the next phase of the combo won't follow through. This is going to be interesting because I don't actually know. I'm playing on the PS5 for this one. I don't actually know what my save data looks like on this, because I've played it. Now, obviously, I played the original version on PlayStation 1. Oh, PlayStation 2, rather. Hell of a lot. I've played the PlayStation 3 version a crap ton when that came out as well. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on here. Ah, okay. I haven't made it that far into this version. And of course, I put a crap ton of hours into the PC version. I think the PC version is by far and away the version I've abused the most over the years, especially since that came out. I've still got my copies. I'm staring at them on the shelf now, though. Nothing's ever drawn me back to those titles. I'll say that. Like, it's just like, I don't really know why I would. These are some great remasters. These are some of the best remasters I have ever played because they maintain the art style, which is insane given how difficult that must have been. They lost the source code for a lot of this game, so they had to do everything from the ground up, essentially. They had all the resources Well, they had the majority of the resources available to them, but they had lost like the connective tissue, if you will, which meant that it might have been the other way around actually. They had like all the code in place, they just lost a lot of the textures and stuff like that, so they have to redo that from the ground up. But what they have added in has been for the better, I believe. Right, first boss, let's go. So, things in. It doesn't really matter much about any damage we get here because. Ugh. Go get some air combos on this because for the time being it should be a little better than just base stuff. I'm trying to see if I can get a few hits in there. This is the only boss in the game that you can really brute force like this. Aside from the other variant of the dark side that we're going to face a little bit later on. We should be close now. Touch ground. No, okay, you're going to do that again. And there we go. Yes. Okay, I was wrong. Any moment now. Yeah, a bit of health back, I suppose. There we go. So yeah, strength stats gone up. I can't remember like what the priority is in terms of like those levels. Like I've got the ability list in front of me to help me out throughout this. So like the first stuff that we should get, the first major stuff, that level 6 we'll get Stun Impact, and then we'll get Treasure Magnet. We're not going to be able to get Scan until we're level 60, 15. Yeah. This is for the best though, because we get air combo plus quite early on. But it's really that treasure magnet that we need. Because the second we get treasure magnet, it's going to put us to work, essentially.
Give me a break, Kyrie. Sorry, you lazy bum. I knew that I'd find you snoozing down here.
No, this huge black thing swallowed me up. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't... Ow.
Are you still dreaming?
It wasn't a dream. Or was it? I don't know. What was that place? So bizarre.
Yeah, sure.
Say, Kyrie, what was your hometown like? You know, where you grew up?
I've told you before. I don't remember.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
You ever want to go back?
Well, I'm happy here.
Really?
But you know, I wouldn't mind going to see it.
I'd like to see it too. Along with any other worlds out there. I want to see them all.
So what are we waiting for?
Hey! Aren't you guys forgetting about me? So, I guess I'm the only one working on the raft. And you're just as lazy as he is.
So you know this. Okay, we'll finish it together.
God, this is...
Huh?
What? Are you kidding?
Ready?
It was always going to be
Go!
tough to hear her voice again. Oops, sorry, I've been bumping the microphone there. That's not the recent news. It is a shame. They do such a good job at portraying these characters in terms of like their age. You know, this first game especially is a narrative about children being thrust into this sort of like dark fantasy adventure. I saw someone like trying to. I don't subscribe to AI being used to do anything like this, but I saw someone trying to do like dark fantasy Kingdom Hearts. And it's like, you know, inherently it is, right? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. If you talk to Kyrie now, do this. So can you gather the rest of the supplies? And you go, yeah, I heard you. 2 logs, 1 cloth, 1 rope. I've done this enough times to know where they all are, so that's pretty good. If you ask her again, you will lose out on an item a bit later on. None of that matters for the time being. What does matter is talking to Walker. Say hello to Walker.
Hey, what's happening, man?
Do it again. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and parry a lot of his attacks, and this will essentially level us up early on. This is going to be good because it means that we're going to be able to get some stuff out for way with. Like that. There's one. Ooh, a bit late on that one. That's fine. Shit. Ah, why am I doing that? It's just easier to get him when he's like that. Ooh, that's late. Oh. Oh god, okay. It's been a while since I've done this. Let's deal with him, shall we? That's fine. So we're in it for the XP there. That's pretty much what's going on. Did we get full health? We did. Good. So we can do that again. If we have a look at our stats, you'll notice XP 42 at the bottom there. XP to next level 16. So what we want to do is we want to keep doing that.
Show me your stuff.
So if we get knocked out, it doesn't really matter. Like, oddly enough, his drunk throws like that are actually harder to deal with than his normal ones. Like, oh, my timing's off for them. It doesn't feel right. I'm gonna get the hang of this, but that's fine. Yeah, again, like full health again, so if we go back into our stats, we see 13 now. So, what we are gonna do, and it's gonna sound a bit boring, but we're gonna try and aim for level 6, which, okay, let's see, if I can get one of these, that'd be great. Bit late on the door there. There we go, that's better. That's a bit late again. That's better. That's a lot better. Late there, that's fine. We got him out as well. And if you beat them, you'll get 1 XP. But yeah, if we go back into the stats, you can see we've got 3 left. We're doing this until we're going to reach around level 6, and the reason for this is just because we'll get stun impact early on, which would be pretty gosh darn good. We can also do this with some of the other characters here as well. I think Selfie, I could be wrong about this, but Like, Selfie and Tidus are a little bit more difficult to parry. Walker just does it more often, so it just makes more sense to keep training with Walker. You don't actually really get anything for doing this with anyone else. Ah, a bit late there, that's fine. No! Ah, a bit late again. I need to do it like the apex of it, so like... Now! No! Like that. There we go, we leveled up. Our defense is up too, which is nice. Need to get like a side angle on this so I can see the ball properly. Yeah, that's a late. That's better. That's late as well. That's fine. So, if you're wondering how far we have to go, so you can see, okay, we have to get like 40 more experience points in order to do this. Okay, so how long is it going to take before we can get to, how long is it going to take before we, you know, get to level 6? A little bit. It's going to take a little bit. But we should be alright.
Show me your stuff.
Trust me, once again, it is worth it in the long run. We can just farm Heartless later on, but this is quicker. Each Heartless killed, each of the regular Heartless killed, each of the regular Heartless killed takes 2 experience, I think. So you can already see what's going on here, right? Too close, I think. He's getting closer. Why are you getting closer? What are you doing? Ooh. There we go. If he could keep doing that, that'd be great. He's gonna do a super. No, he just did the regular. And then he did a super. Okay. So, it looks like the ball actually speeds up, like the further away he is. So it's the same amount of time it takes for the projectile to get close. You doing it again? Doing the thing? I've seen, like, there are those videos out there that are like, ah, yeah, he's gonna, like, you can keep doing this until you get to level 99. And you know what? You can. Don't do that. There are some abilities and some things that will just put you out of sync, and that's just not worth doing. But there you go. So 21 more experience and we're on level 4. I assure you, by the way, I will do 1 round of Tidus and 1 round of Selfie afterwards, then we can do the free battle to show you what that's like. But I promise you, it is not worth doing that. There we go, I've got the timing of the stand just right. This isn't for normal play, by the way. I really want to stress that. If you're just going through the game normally, you don't have to do this. You know? And by that, I really do just mean that if you're not planning on getting the ultimate keyblade, not planning on doing the secret bosses, just playing the game standard, do not do this. I swear to God. I am doing this literally just so the optional content later on will be bearable. Because in this one game... This is the only Kingdom Hearts game where I would probably, besides from maybe Dream Drop Distance for other reasons, this is the only Kingdom Hearts game where I would probably say, like, like, maybe give the optional content a try, but, like, don't die on the hill of doing it. A bit late on that one. Ooh, is that 4 he did there? That's unlike him. He normally does 2 or 3. Yeah. Should be down in a moment anyway. There we go.
Oh man, that really hurt.
Yeah, if we check that again, 2 more, and then we're there.
Show me your
Again, I know
stuff.
this is tedious, but getting this out of the way with now will save you so much time in the future. Trust me. There we go, leveled up, got strength up as well. The second the ball leaves his fingers, like that. That seems to be at the apex of the arch, so there. Oh, a bit too close for that. That was a quick one. Oh, it's because our strength's up, of course. He's going to die a lot quicker now. Because that affects counters as well. But yeah, again, if we check this, that says 50, and you'll be like, oh god, that's going to take ages. That's 50 hits. Like, if we count the amount that we get here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, about 9 hits so far per gun, and it doesn't take that long to do it. It really is just, it's tedium. That's it. You just have to put up with the fact that, like, if you're going to do this method, you're just going to be here for a little bit, that's all. Plus, if you can get this counter down, then you're gonna be pretty good for the rest of the game, I'd say. It's actually amazing how you'll see a lot of people who haven't played Kingdom Hearts 1 in ages, and they assume that this is like the simpler, like combat-wise, of the Kingdom Hearts games. It's not. It's ooh. It's an earlier breed. It's not as fast, but it's more methodical, I'd say. Oh god, I'm losing it. There we go. What are you doing, boy? Oh. He's gonna get me. There we go.
Oh man, that really hurt.
So yeah, again, just to show you, 30. We're nearly there.
Show me your stuff.
Like, again, I want to stress that if you're just playing through this game normally, don't do this, you know? Just have a good time with it. Ah, that's because we're standing there. And we're too close that time. Oh god, why did I think he was still down? The more of these counters to actually miss him, the better. Because it means that there's less of a pause in like us grinding for experience. Because if we have a look at that now, that's at 17.
Show me your stuff.
Show me your stuff. But again, this is just a nice, easy way of teaching you how to parry. Especially with projectiles. Ooh, bit late on that one. Bit early, rather. There we go, that's what we want. You do have to contend with the fact that the camera is sort of your enemy in this. And that's just the case for most action RPGs anyway. I don't really harbour anything against this title. He's going to do a jump on? Yep. So now if we talk to him again? Yeah, we'll just do it naturally anyway.
Show me your stuff.
Okay, that's good. Again, like, it's between doing this or it's between killing Heartless, and honestly, you're going to be waiting until, like, Deep Jungle or Wonderland before you get, like, a consistent stream of, like, XP. Especially at this point in the game. Oh, that was a cool bat. You can also see that the hits are doing less damage because we're leveling up. I don't know if we can parry those. I haven't tried. Maybe that might be worth it if he does it again. Ooh, way too early. Here we go. Let's give it a go. Never mind. Way too early. Just because I'm too close. See, not perfect, but right, we're gonna have a look at our stats now. Having a quick drink. So if we go into there, level 5. So we need to get to just one off. So that's 63 more little hits, well, little parries that we need to do. Again, like, that's half a Heartless down. That's one Heartless down. That's how that works. Because the Heartless, like, especially the shadows, the early ones, tend to shrink into the floor quite often. Which means that you can kill them relatively quick, but there's a reason why they come in, like, batches. And also Stun Impact is just a really useful tool to have early on. Because I should also point out that we are going to be, again, we're going to be treasure hunting in this game. By the time we get Treasure Magnet, we are going to be able to start doing a lot of the more serious stuff in terms of, like, grinding for materials for the end game.
Show me your stuff.
I mean, we'll talk about the Ultimate Keyblade as we go throughout the game, because I know it's one of those things where you'd think, oh, well, isn't that post-game stuff? And it's like, you can do it for the post-game, absolutely. But leaving a lot of the grinding stuff for that long will probably put you off the process entirely. And a lot of that is just because of how rare some of these items are, and it also just depends on your stats early on. Because if you are... a lot of people are probably going to go for the sword, because on a first playthrough, as in any action RPG, I generally aim for strength first. Which means that you're going to go for the sword, or... it's either that or you're going to go for the shield, you know? Oh, you can knock that back. That's 2. Awesome. I think I'm too close, yeah. Did not know that you could knock that one back before. There we go. More of that, please. So yeah, 39 to go. Trust me when I say that once we've got this done, we can just blaze through this entire opening section. In fact, you know how I was saying that, like, oh, I don't really know when we're going to end up, like, stopping this section? I think I've got a pretty good idea now. Destiny Islands has, like, quite a bit of narrative to go onto it, more narrative than gameplay. Which means there's a lot of things to talk through. I quite like the fact that these games are very tech-heavy, in the sense that, like, gameplay-wise, the second you get going, there's already so much to talk about. Because we've got the command menu here, which is something that newcomers to the series might be a little miffed out about. Being able to record this and get this playthrough ready for you guys as well means that I can put a lot of, like, rumors to bed about the narrative, about the gameplay. You gonna do it again? We can do it again. You know, a lot of the things about this game being like a hack and slash, you're just spamming X. About these games being on different platforms, we get to talk a lot about that as well, because it is no longer like it's no longer like the early noughties, you know. I was going to try and get that. That's awesome. I guess he's too far away for that. And we're too close now. That's okay. He's doing chip damage now. Again. But I mean, hopefully this opening alone, like seeing me grind away doing this from the start, it should prove at this point that there is a lot more going on under the hood than just spam X to win. It's very amusing to me that people get into that mindset with this game and believe that that's the case. It's like, I mean, if you're playing on standard and if you're playing on a standard difficulty and you have selected options that would be in your favor, because you can certainly make this a cheese fest if you want to, then still no, because in order to make it said cheese fest in the first place, you need to be able to prep your playthrough. You know, you need to be able to get certain abilities, you need to be able to get certain keyblade, things like that. You can't spam your way through this game, is what I'm saying. And it's the same for the other Kingdom Hearts games. Kingdom Hearts 3 is the closest we have to an exception to that rule, but that's largely because Kingdom Hearts 3 saves, like, it's the Kingdom Hearts problem, it saves a lot of its, like, toughest stuff for the end game. Which just means that it's a mad fest. Like, you get to that end game, you get to remind as well, and it's like, this was just here, apparently. But yeah, it is a little crazy that it's like, okay, yeah, recommend doing this before you get to know any of the characters or experience the narrative or, you know, just any of that in general. It's addictive to do this, I will say that. Like, I can definitely get the idea of, like, yeah, you can get to level 99 just by doing this if you really wanted to. I do not recommend it. Once again, I do not recommend it, but that's something you can do. And if you have a look here, yep, essentially it's like another 100 XP to get to level 7 if you want to do that. I'm good. We now have Stun Impact, so we can equip that. There we go, has a 30% chance of unleashing a finishing combo attack that renders surrounding enemies unconscious. Good stuff. So now that we've done that, I'll show off the selfie fight, and then we can do
The breeze feels great.
Tidus.
Okay, don't hold back.
Yeah, you can see she's barely doing any damage at this point. I know that's also the point of this fight. And she stuns easy as well. That's right, we don't have sliding dash, which is something I'm just going to have to contend with. Maybe, does she count as like a special entity that can't be stunned, I wonder? Potentially.
Oh, I can't believe I lost.
I can. Yeah, that's that fight done. And again, look at the stats. Barely got us anything. So we can quickly hop up here and I'll show you the Tidus fight, the Tidus fight, and then afterwards we can do the Riku fight.
Hey, Sora, you feel lucky today?
If we manage to beat all of them, we get a potion. Yo. Tidus is very easy to parry as well, to be fair, but like, Walker is just superior, just because of his frequency of attacks. It's also cool because we are going by, we're not going by XCOM rules when it comes to using percentages in this game. If it says 30%, it means 30%. We're not going by, oh, it said 30% to do an attack or something like that. That means that's going to take 3% to do it. Yeah, something like that. So there we go. We've got the rope. Well, because we've got that, if we talk to our boyo over here, you three against me.
Let's get it!
Of course, we've got Stun Impact, which makes this relatively easy. Walker's aim is, like, it's always where you were last, so as long as you keep attacking, you should be fine. We're getting Selfie through, like, hits off to the side, so that's you done. So she should be down in a moment. There we go. And just for funsies, ooh, a bit late on that one. That's fine. A bit late on that one too. Come on. Nearly got him down. There we go. That was a satisfying end shot. So yeah, we got a potion for that, and if we check our stats, 61, so getting to level 7 at this point is very, very doable. It is not needed. Oh god, I forgot that we've got the swingy camera in this one as well. Oh, just something you have to contend with. Okay, so we got the rope. We need the cloth now, don't we? Which is relatively easy. It's just up here. Yeah. We'll grab this, and then I'll show off the Riku fight. So that's everything we need. In fact, did we get the second log? I do not believe we did. Yeah, it's over there. That'll be right. That's one of the weirdest climbs in the game, just because it's slanted. Alright, so yeah, again, we'll grab this log and then... Boop. We'll do the Riku fight. Let's go! So he can do that, but you can see that it's just not a lot of damage. That's his main like thing, by the way. That little kickback, that's the best thing he's got going for him. So if you can like learn to deal with that, then you're going to be good. But yeah, at this point, it's not really that big of a problem. Oh, so we can like semi-stun him. Yeah, we are at a spam point in this game.
You still don't got it. My turn. Come on. Come on.
There we go. That's a tree. Obtain a potion. So there you go. That's all that jazz. There's nothing else to do at this point in the game, so we'll just go over to Kairi. Get the high potion. So you get the high potion if you just don't ask her for any hints. If you ask her for one hint, you get, I believe it's a potion. And if you ask her for two, she doesn't reward you with anything. So, there you go.
So, Kairi's home is out there somewhere, right?
Could be. We'll never know by staying here.
But how far could a raft take us?
Who knows? If we have to, we'll think of something else.
So, suppose you get to another world. What would you do there?
Well, I haven't really thought about it. It's just, I've always wondered why we're here, on this island. If there are any other worlds out there, why did we end up on this one? And suppose there are other worlds. Then ours is just a little piece of something much greater. So, we could have just as easily ended up somewhere else, right?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's why we need to go out there and find out. Just sitting here won't change a thing. It's the same old stuff. So let's go.
You've been thinking a lot lately, haven't you?
Thanks to you. If you hadn't come here, I probably would have never thought of any of this. Kairi, thanks.
You're welcome.
Sora! You wanted one, didn't you?
A Palpu fruit?
If two people share one, their destinies become intertwined. They'll remain a part of each other's lives, no matter what. Come on, I know you want to try it.
What are you talking?
They're goddamn Mickey Mouse ass runs. MICKYMOUSC. I need to do the Epic Mickey games at a proper go at some point because I have tried my best. but I just get bored playing that first one, unfortunately. I just reach a point with it where I'm just like, it feels like a gauntlet, you know, there's like no end in sight. And you've also got like the fear of FOMO in that game when it comes to like the optional objectives. So it just makes it a little bit worse. It's Pluto! It's pretty cool that they, I'm not sure if they reuse the assets for this place for Kingdom Hearts 2. It sure comes across that way because when we actually go to this area, it's pretty identical.
Hey there, Donald.
Good morning.
But don't tell anyone.
Ooh, Queen Minnie?
Not even the queen.
Daisy?
No! And top secret.
Oh, good morning, ladies.
What?
Yeah, it's... You would be caught out if you were just screaming for the castle, wouldn't you? Just all the way down the corridors. Right, day 2. Boop, ba-doop, boop, boop. So there's a little race that we can do here. I think it's better to start us in front of...
Hey, Sora. Have you heard about the legendary power of the Paopu fruit? They say if you share it with someone you really care for, it binds you together forever and ever, through eternity. It's so romantic. I gotta try it sometime.
That's a really weird mindset to have. It's so romantic, I gotta do that. You know, I gotta force that on someone. So, I could be wrong. I think... Well, I'm gonna check something real quick. If I can nab this fish, then we can do some things early before we move on. Okay. Oh, right. So we can get some of the stuff early on. That's good. That's a big old thumbs up. So, I'll get what I can from here. We need to come back here anyway. We need to get a few bits and bobs from a few different places that's still around here. Because we need to get water, I believe. We need 3 fish. Did I only get 2, or have I got 3? What my items saying? 2 fish, so I need 1 more. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. In fact, I didn't. Must have pressed some weird combo that made that happen. So we'll talk to Waka and Tidus in a moment. But if we continue onwards to the area where Kairi was standing in front of, that will engage. Well, it won't engage, but if we step a little bit closer into that area, if you will, what will happen is we'll start a race if we talk to Riku. There is a pretty gosh darn easy method of doing the race. I will showcase the entire thing, so you guys know what. Like, I'll showcase the way to win it pretty easily to start off with, and then I'll show you how it's meant to be done.
Me and Tidus, we are gonna do a little exploring today. You know, to the secret place at the base of that tree. There's gotta be something there, yeah?
Sure does. Is the egg there? It is. So we can get this scene out of the way with, get the first mushroom that we need, and then after that we can grab the egg. So this is funny. I keep pointing this out because I don't know, I just find it amusing. This is the only time when you come into the secret cave where you can actually move the camera in this section. When we come back here later on, the camera will be fixed. So yeah, I don't entirely know why that is, but there we go. We're also preemptively collecting things Or Kyrie. So she will ask for this stuff, but we've already got it. Nah.
Well, who's there?
I've come to see the door to this world.
Huh?
This world has been connected.
Well, what are you talking about?
Tied to the darkness. Soon to be completely eclipsed.
You are a quiet boy.
Well, whoever you are, stop freaking me out like this. Huh? Well,
I'll turn the
where
volume
did
up
you come
slightly.
from?
There we go.
You do not yet know what lies beyond the door.
So you're from another world.
There is so very much to learn. You understand so little.
Oh yeah? Well, you'll see. I'm gonna get out and learn what's out there.
A meaningless effort. One who knows nothing can understand nothing.
Spooky stuff. Do. There's some really cool stuff here, by the way. A little bit of foreshadowing for some things, I'd say. It is worth just having like a bit of an investigation on what all this has to say. Like, look, there's Donald. Why is Donald on the wall? You know? None of this has like been answered entirely. A lot of this is just to do with like, it gets explained later on as like some of these characters have had like various visions and premonitions, and it's explained off through that. There are some contextual meta, well, not meta, but some contextual lore stuff going on in the background. But yeah, I don't think we can get the water yet, can we? So we still have to come back through here. But I will get the egg, for the egg is important. We need to climb up this. Don't think we can get the coconuts from here. I can give it a try. But I believe if we whack that, yep, that's... We need green coconuts. Yeah, I think you can only get... Oh, we can get them from here. Okay, well that will definitely narrow things down as well. I can't remember how many we need. I know that we need 3 mushrooms.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
I think it might be two coconuts.
Take that! This is it!
Is that happening just because it's reached the max? Potentially. Can I not? Okay, that was
This is it!
locked onto there for some reason.
Take that!
Oh, those ones have despawned now, so I might be able to go back over.
This is it!
Have I already got 2? I swear I've only got 1. Yeah, just the 1.
Come on! Come on!
Yeah, it seems like it needs to despawn them. Well, that's not providing me with any more. Maybe I've reached the limit. Let's try these trees. And we can talk to Tidus as well.
I think you've gotten stronger, but odds are you're still no match for Riku. We took him on 3-1 last time, and he whipped us all. Well, I guess Kairi can always count on him.
There we go. It's definitely just 2 we need. Definitely just 2. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty gosh darn sure. It's 2. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else we can grab just yet. We'll check through this. I'll just show off the seaside shack because I don't know if I have done yet. But we can come through here. It's a little save point in case you need that. I think the remaining stuff is in the next area. Because we've got a mushroom, which I know is... like, 2 of them are quite close together. I think we'll be alright. Okay, let's do this. So, right, this race is... it's quite infamous in the community. Here's what we're going to do. We talked to Riku over here. Our raft still needs a name. How about Highwind? What would you call it? And we've got Excalibur. And you know what? No. We're not calling it Excalibur. We're calling it a name befitting of a raft. We're calling it the R. Okay? Just like him saying that. Just screaming. Hey, how about the usual? Let's do it.
If I win, I'm captain. And if you win,
I get to share the Palpu with Kyrie.
huh?
Deal? The winner gets to share a Palpu with Kyrie.
Wait a minute.
Okay, on my count.
Ignore that, go this way. Trust me. Just trust me. Ooh. There we go. And we got the pretty stone for it, which is a really good stealth later on. So yeah, you can talk to him for a rematch, but we did it. Right, I'll show you the correct way of doing this and what happened to Rika behind us and why we didn't go this way in the first place. So, in order, if we're gonna get that from this direction, there's a few booby traps and tricky platforming things in the way. So if we go here, that will drop, which obviously not good. Do not want that. Costs us time because we have to do the recovery animation for when we fall, which is the same as like when we jump. You'll notice it's a bit of a pause. I wasn't jumping too much there. I was only jumping when we were wading through water. Next up, just going to grab this mushroom real quick. If we climb up here, this is perhaps the most difficult part of the entire thing. If you do not use the trees to the side, you jump on this and then do that. Now, why is this difficult? Because if you press, I mean any button, if you press any button, he will let go. So, don't do that. Then obviously, hop on over. And yeah, that takes you back to the seashore. Don't care about that at the moment. So, there you go. That's how all that's done. My super in-depth walkthrough. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's try and beat out Kyrie. Because the only thing that we need to do is get the water from it. So we've got the 3 mushrooms now. We can go back up here and should be able to. There is another way of doing this, but don't want to break this. Okay, that's a solid object anyway. Good. Good. Go up here, and then we'll get our first accessory. the Protect Chain, which we will equip immediately. Go, gets us just 1 defense, you know. Nothing major, but it's worth having the little boost at this point in the game. So yeah, there we go. Now that we've got that, I believe that we have to talk to Kyrie now in order to get, is it a water bottle? It's something to collect water in. 1 single leg, already got that. 3 mushrooms, already got that. 2 coconuts, got that. 3 fish, already got that. And drinking water, but not from the ocean. So, we can fill this drinking water up from 1 of 2 ways. Either you can go back to the seashore, and you know where it's where you can collect the drinking water for the area there. You can do that, or you can be a little sneaky boy, and get it from over here. It's amusing to me that like the vast majority of this video will just be me parrying hits from Walker, but there we go. This is a final mix scene here. This is not in the original version of the game. This is in the international version on, well, not the international version onwards. Sorry, the final mix version onwards. That's sort of released as like a big old patch. This first game's had a few patches like that actually, because you had the original Japanese version of the game, and then you had the international version of the game, which is the one that everyone else got.
You know,
With a lot of little fixes and colour changes here and there.
well,
And then last but not least,
You okay?
you got the final mix version.
let's take the raft and go. Just the 2 of us.
Huh?
Just kidding.
What's gotten into you? You're the one that's changed, Kyrie.
Maybe. You know, I was a little afraid at first, but now I'm ready. No matter where I go or what I see, I know I can always come back here. Right?
Yeah, of course.
That's good. Sora, don't ever change.
What would you do if Sora just went, what? No. Why would you want to do
I
that?
just can't wait. Once we set sail, it'll be great.
Donald. Sorry to rush off without saying goodbye. I'm not doing my Mickey Mouse impression, but there's big trouble brewing. Not sure why, but the stars have been blinking out one by one, and that means disaster can't be far behind. I hate to leave you all, but I've got to go check into it. Hey, Pluto, there's someone with a key, the key to our survival, so I need you and Goofy to find him, and stick with him, got it? We need that key or we're doomed, so go to Traverse Town and find Leon. He'll point you in the right direction. Oh, P.S. Would you apologize to Minnie for me? Thanks, pal. We haven't gone the initial interaction between
What could this mean?
Mickey and the Hollow Bastion gang yet, have we?
We'll just have to trust the king.
We know via like Ansem how that could have happened.
Go on us. Don't worry. We'll find the king and Dusky.
Thank you. Both of you.
Daisy, can you take care of them?
Of course. You be careful now, both of you.
Oh, and to chronicle your travels, he will accompany you.
I am the chair. The chair with... Oh. What is on his desk, actually?
Cricket's the name. Jiminy Cricket
The
at
thing
your
with the
service.
eyes. Not Jiminy
We hope
Cricket.
for your
That's not
safety,
who I'm
King.
referring to. I know who
Please,
Jiminy Cricket
help
is.
the king.
You're coming too.
All for one and one for all.
Gorge, Jiminy, your world disappeared too?
It was terrible. We were scattered. And as far as I can see, I'm the only one who made it to this castle.
Good see.
Oh, right. I gotcha. You mean while we're in other worlds, we can't let on where we're from, huh? We gotta protect the world border.
Order.
Right. World border. Oh, I guess we'll need new duds when we get there, huh?
Oh. It's also cute. Ah, look, it's the gummy ship. We're going to be abusing that fucker by the end of this game.
Hello up there. Gotta get to lunch, True. I'm glad you're ready.
Oh god! Woo! Maybe I'll make these videos a little bit longer than the usual stuff, because this is going to be like a Dusk Fate scenario where, like...
Once we set sail, it'll be great.
yeah, this is going to be like a scenario, like, again, like Dusk Fate, where I can pump all this out, no problem.
No, the raft.
In terms of finding easy cutoff points. So, I'll do what I can, and then we'll take it from there.
Come on down. Sora?
That's a cool, weird robot. There's lots of fun stuff in this room to look at. And also, yes, that is the last time we hear from his parents. Right, not much to do here apart from run about, and then we'll get the Keyblade.
Riku's boat. And Kyrie's.
Oh my god! Shadows of the Heartless. So yeah, can't attack them with these, so we're gonna do a little run. We have to go and see Riku. Gotta go give him a little peck on the cheek. Time to go to bed, little boy. Come on. Past your bedtime. What are you doing now? Have some hot milk and cookies.
Where's Kyrie? I thought she was with you.
The door is open.
What?
The door is open, Sora. Now we can go to the outside world.
What are you talking about? We gotta find Kyrie.
Kyrie's coming with us. Once we step through, we might not be able to come back. We may never see our parents again. There's no turning back. But this may be our only chance. We can't let fear stop us. I'm not afraid of the darkness.
Riku.
Gonna be interesting to replay Shadow Memories at some point, because that, along with Dream Drop Distance, gets us a lot of context as to what was going on in his head during these scenes. The issue, of course, means that I would actually have to play Shadow Memories again, but I can manage that. I can manage that. We can do this now! Oh my god! Now, if I'm right, this gives me 1 XP per kill. Yep. So you can see that, like, one walker hit is a lot better than just grinding these guys for a bit. Especially because they don't go down so easily. They do now because we've leveled up, of course, but So you can grind a little bit here if you want to, but again, just waiting for Walker to throw the ball at you is so much easier than doing this. Again, at this point in the game, it is different. And we can grab this as well. That's a potion. So if we check our stats out, 43. So we can kill a chunk of these guys to get a few levels if we need, but they're a little too slippery to deal with at this point. And we are going to get like a large consistent amount of these guys coming up anyway. So especially with our little ability here, it just makes a bit more sense to wait until we've got like the more grouped together Heartless. Where's the boyos? Ah, there you are. Look at this. I suppose this is a decent grinding spot, but you really have to rely on some of this stuff. And then there, of course, there is like a cap to it. And you would be dealing with pre-level 6 Sora, which means that you won't have some of those little boosts that make this substantially more bearable. So yeah, we can kill those in just a few hits now. Otherwise, normally it would be you have to knock them down once or twice in order to do that. We can get I suppose like 25. We can get one level out of these guys before we do anything. Again, you might be wondering, like, okay, but why is this relevant to do this now? Because especially if you're playing this game, again, if you're playing this game on standard, as I am doing now, but also if you chose literally any other option than what's happening now, you'd be having a lot easier of a time getting levels at this point. Getting XP early on when you've selected like the hardest option, like so you need a lot of XP to get through this at this point in time, and then the XP requirements later on will lessen. It is, of course, if you can find little spots like this, it's worth just doing it for a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily call this grinding. It's more just like an adjustment to the fact that you're playing the game in an alternative style. That's just the case. And it also helps as well because you won't be getting scanned until significantly later on. Bear in mind, this is the final mixed version of this game as well, which means that there are balances that have been put into this version of the game that weren't in the original. Initially, level requirements and XP requirements were a lot stricter. Yeah, so we should be able to just get one more little fight out of this, and then we'll be good. Oh, did they not perpetually spawn? That is something that I have just learned this second. I'm going to turn the volume down ever so slightly. It's really hard to track. Like, the volume in this game shoots up and then it goes down again. We should be able to get just a few fellas here. If you're wondering if, like, the attacks, like, the animation means anything, it sure does. In terms of, like, there we go, we can just move on now. If you're wondering if, like, the attacks themselves, like, that final hit, because there's more of a focus on the animation for it, if that deals more damage, it does. Your combo finisher will always deal more damage than anything else. Which is why, as you can imagine, ensuring that you get those hits ensures that you can get that combo finisher, which is really important. See, you can hear me trying to move the camera now. Can't do it.
Sora.
Oh God, no! not too much to talk about in terms of narrative at this point. You might think, well, this is quite bombastic for this point in the game, very early on. It's like, yeah, it is, isn't it? Because a lot of people tend to think that this is a game about a little boy going on a little adventure and that's about it. And it's like, yeah, sure, that's the case if you just ignore, like, everything else, but... well, this should be a relatively easy fight now because... you're a strong boy. You can, as you can see, you can counter those if you want to. There isn't much point. This guy ain't difficult. I don't actually, like, he might have, like, a small stat increase from, like, the other variation of this fight. That was awesome. Yeah. That's going to be so useful to us in the future. But yeah, of course this section isn't counting on us being level 6 at this point, so we should be able to just get through this nice and easy. There we go, that's it. As I said, nice and easy. I'm going to have to prepare some test saves as I go throughout this, because there are some things that I'm absolutely sure of. There's some things where it's like, I kind of need to make sure I do that off camera, like off screen. To, like, once again, ensure that I can do that thing.
Hey, you know, maybe we ought to go find Leon. Oh, Donald, you know, I bet you that,
What do you know, you big Palooka?
what do I know? Come on, Pluto!
What a dream. Ah! This isn't a dream. Oh, where am I? Oh, boy. Do you know where we are? Oh, hey!
Rightio, so we are now in, well, we're in Travis Town. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. Yeah, so what I think I'm going to do, actually, is we're going to go through and do the Travis Town stuff now. This might be like an extra special long episode than usual. And then I might... it's going to be really complicated, because this isn't like Dusk Fade in the sense that each section of the game was conveniently a route that I could just stream in that moment of time. We've got a lot of back and forth to do in this game. So we're going to be visiting a lot of worlds again and again and again and again, which means I can't really subtitle these videos either. I can't really say, hey, this is the Travis Town episode, this is that, you know. But you can certainly do that for walkthroughs. You can certainly do that for things like, if you're just following the main narrative, you can do that for sure. But in terms of like getting absolutely everything, it means we're doing return trips quite a bit. I've got things set up so that way I will be able to do those appropriately when the time comes. So once again, we're not going to be struggling too much. We've got some things like Trinity's on the floor here and stuff like that to deal with later on. But for now, we can jump up here and we're going to be getting the Mithril Shard. Woo! My cough. Jesus Christ. So, Mithril Shard is a material. Ta-da! used to item synthesis, which we're not going to be able to do much of for a while. We've got a little bit of a save point here. There it is. We'll actually do a safety save. That'll be very nice. And then we can talk to him again, and we can say, let's chat. If you can't find your buddies, I'll take care of you. That's very cute. We're going to have a look at what he has to offer as well. Go to a shop, go to buy, and then you can see, oh, look, he's got a bunch of really expensive stuff, and we have nothing to give him. What the hell? It's very true. That's fine. Right. So here's what we're going to do now. We are going to go... It's around here. I'm trying to remember exactly how I want to angle this. Because we can push this big boy. Yeah, it's up there. I see it. You either get the biggest one to do this, I believe. Can we? Yep, there we go. And this should get us a postcard. Ta-da! I don't want to go that way. That's my bad. I'll show you what we can do with the postcard in a little bit. Like, we're just going to be gathering some things for the time being. That's what a lot of our first visits, well, first and subsequent visits of this game will be. So if you want to get another one, go up here, hit that. Trying to get the angle on it. Oh, I think it's from the other side, actually. Come on. It's hard getting the angle on this. Right, maybe we'll try from this side. There we go. So we got that. We got Huey, Dewey, and Louie here. They're all very cute fellas. And then again, we can... Let's chat with him. And then if we go into the shop, you can see that he deals with potions, high potions, ethers, and tents. And that list will expand as things go on. So yeah, now what we're going to do is, because for the time being, we're not going to... we'll be able to get some postcards in the future, but if we go into another section, we progress the game. So we're just going to drop off these postcards. So there's one, got a cottage, and two, another mithril shard. So, cottage fully restores HP and MP. It's a bit weird because you've got cottages and tents in this game, and they're meant to be like, they're straight from Final Fantasy, but the idea of those games is that you have to be in like a safe environment to use them, which technically I guess you have to be out of combat to use them here, but it is just quite amusing that they provide you with like full restores essentially that you can only do from the menu, granted, but yeah. These guys are our next big boys to fight. So again, these will only give us 1 XP. We want to get a hit on these guys. So we can potentially do impact stun. There we go. Easy peasy. There's oh, okay. I guess that's that. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna go for this now. Which requires us to jump up here. We're gonna be able to get a bit of a high jump later on, but you can just get a lot of this stuff early on if you just know how to platform about. So we've got that. And whilst we're here, we are just going to drop this back. I should probably explain how encounters work in this game, because it's not as simple as you think. You don't just wander into an area and then an encounter takes place. Go, Lucid Shard, that's going to be useful for later on. the way counter spawns, encounter spawns, you get what I mean. The way that they happen in this game is it's a two-room rule rather. There we go. Got a mega potion. Good stuff to get early on. Can also go over here and we should be able to spawn some more. No. Okay. Fine. I think early game might be the exception. I'm not entirely sure. If we walk out here and they spawn, I am wrong. Okay, cool. Now I know. Oh, maybe it is like... No, because you get Encounter Plus in this game, surely. Am I going crazy? Maybe I might be going crazy. Right, our next objective is to get that chest over there. Give me a U. Right, remembering how to do this now. So we should be able to just hop up on that. I think that you can get there from the ground floor anyway. But let's do this. So now we're up on here. Just get to the ledge. Hop up in here. And then dink dink. Mega potion! Again, like many RPGs that you will have played in the past, it's worth doing every encounter you see. But it's all XP, and of course, like, as I said, like, if you're doing, at this point we're about on par with what we would get for Walker, in terms of, like, how frequently he would throw the ball. For early game, though, that is still just the best thing to do. That... Do, 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 do. How do I want to go about this? I think in order to trigger things, you have to go from this back end and then work your way all the way around, don't you? So if we go through the Dalmatian house, that'll have them coming out there. Yeah. Actually, technically speaking, if you go through the hotel, they come out the other end. That's sort of how that works. But now that we've done this, we have started the quest for the 99 Lost Dalmatian puppies. So, yeah. If we go through all of these rooms real quick. It takes us back out into the alleyway. Well, we're in the back alley, rather. But we can get another little chest here. This is one of the more useless chests in the game, considering that you can just get this as a regular pickup. But I am 100%ing this, so we will get it. We just need to run all the way to the end. Yeah, that final hit is really doing all the heavy lifting here. Whew. Right. Pardon me. I'm hoping for a stun impact, really. Because these guys snaking about is the most annoying part of this entire thing. And, getting them stunned just means I can just take them down on my own terms. It also deals some nice damage to them. Get some Money. Right, this will give us a potion. That is the chest I was referring to. It's a little dull. What we can do now is we can sort of nudge this one about. I never want to risk, like, picking up boxes like this and chucking them, because I don't want them to break, just in case. Should be fine. We can make that jump from here, actually, can't we? If we can... No, we can't. Okay, cool. Let's give it a go. Worst comes to worst, I just have to come back in here. Okay, good. It's one of the solid ones. So we'll get a pretty stone, which will be useful for a little bit, and then we'll get another potion over here now. Good to be at the end. Ooh. Right. So that's actually about half the items we can get at this point in the game, in this area. We'll get the other stuff in a little bit. For the time being, though, we need to go all the way back through here and head back to the previous district. And we need to go to the hotel. Okay, so it is... That's 2 rooms. I'm counting that as 2 rooms, even though there's no encounter there in the Dalmatian house. That feels like it should be 2 rooms. I'm pretty sure it is 2 rooms as well, because I remember the endgame grind being a little insane. Like, without Encounter Plus. Okay. So, we need to go to the hotel now. And the whole point behind this is to activate that. So we've just got the cutscenes out of order. And we've got a few different places, a few little rooms that we can wander in and out of. Not yet, though. Haha. You've got, what was it? You've got this here? The Autumn Dusk. That tells us sort of like what difficulty path we're on, which is pretty neat. Yay! Right, now we need to go to District 3, which should be in this direction. Ooh. That's pretty cool, right? Isn't that really cool? Wow. We will just kill these off just to get a little bit of XP. How far are we off leveling, actually? That's a good point. 4, we might as well. Nothing to do yet. In fact, we can't even get the shortcut open yet because we don't have Thunder. So, we're going to have to head back. There's no Heartless here. So I was correct. It is... okay. Did I trigger these guys? I don't think I did, because I went through the hotel, didn't I? Okay, cool. I think I'm correct about it being 2 rooms to begin with. There we go. What's that? Level 8? Level 9? Wait for that to go down. Level 8, okay. I think we have to trigger a little fight coming up now. My doggo barking outside. Not strange to frequenters of the channel, of course. God. It is so nice having that. Like, you might think that, like, sliding dash would be really good at this point in the game. Trust me, it's not. It's an ability where if you have it equipped at this point in the game, sure, it deals a decent amount of damage, but what you actually end up doing is doing like a free hit combo, or at least being far enough away from an enemy when you're engaging in a combo, it takes early control away from you in that moment of time. You'll start doing things that you might not necessarily be prepared to do just yet. Because just a free hit combo is enough to take down pretty much everything that you need to in this game. Go back through here. Yeah, talk to him. And once we're done with that...
They'll come at you out of nowhere.
Who are you?
And they'll keep on coming at you. As long as you continue to wield the key.
Right. So if we win this fight, we get an elixir. That would be really good. If I do not get the elixir, then I have to cross that item off my list.
Never mind. Now, let's see that keyblade.
What? There's no way you're getting this.
All right. Then have it your way.
Right, we should be able to get a few hits on him. We don't actually have to do that much damage to him. Just gonna very quickly use a potion. We are fortunately in a game that does not have revenge values, so I can just piss about with him for a bit. We should be close. He doesn't have that much health. Oh, he is stunned. That's awesome. There we go. That's good. That is a difficult fight to get done early on. You get a chunk of XP for that, though.
Now you're gonna get...
Oh, you're slipping, Leon.
That's a rare cutscene to get, by the way.
I went easy on him. Looks like things are worse than we thought. A lot worse.
Yeah. Only has to use one potion during that fight as well. It's Riku. That's good, because then that means that we've got 9 of the 19 items so far in this place that we can get at this moment in time. It's it's kind of hard to avoid getting the remaining stuff. The one elixir, that is the most difficult thing to get because you do have to beat Leon. Outside of that, a lot of the other stuff that we've got to get are just
Sure is spooky.
I mean, maybe the clock. There's that.
Excuse me. Did the king send you?
Oh, my phone. It's Aerith.
Come on, lazy bum. Wake up.
Maybe the clock, actually. Maybe the clock's the hardest one to get because you would actively have to know that you can get it.
I guess.
The other chests are like, you just have to be vaguely aware of the chests within the environment to get them.
Because you wield the Keyblade.
I'm so glad that you're okay, Kairi.
Kairi? Who are you talking about? I'm the great ninja Yuffie.
Yeah, you are.
I think you might have overdone it, Squall.
That's Leon.
The Keyblade.
Yeah, we had to get it away from you to shake off those creatures. It turns out that's how they were tracking you.
It was the only way to conceal your heart from them. but it won't work for long. Still, hard to believe that you, of all people, are the chosen one. Well, I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
Why don't you
What does
start
that
making
mean?
sense? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Okay. You know there are many other worlds out there besides your castle in this town, right?
Yeah?
But they're supposed to be a secret.
They've been secret because they've never been connected. Until now. When the Heartless came, everything changed.
Of course, that's been retconned now as well, hasn't it?
The ones
Not
who attacked
majorly
you,
so.
you
They wouldn't be alive or have
Those
the
without
relevant
hearts.
information to know about that.
The darkness in people's hearts. That's what attracts them.
And there is darkness within every heart.
Hey, have you heard of someone named Ansem?
And Sam?
He was studying the Heartless. He recorded all of his findings in a very detailed report.
Gosh, can we see it?
Its pages are scattered everywhere.
Scattered?
Too many worlds.
Oh, then maybe the king went to find them.
Yes, those were my thoughts exactly.
We've got to find him quick.
Red! First we need that key.
That's right. The Keyblade.
We're very close to getting Treasure Magnet, by the way.
So, this is the key.
I reckon what we do,
The Heartless have great fear.
just to say this in
of the Keyblade.
advance,
That's why they'll keep coming after you.
I'll
no
let
matter
this
what.
cutscene keep playing.
Well, I didn't ask for this.
The Keyblade chooses its master, and it chose you.
Oh yeah.
So, tough luck.
This is like the
How did all
peppiest
this
Yuffie's
happen?
ever been
remember
in
being
any
in
of her
my
pieces of
room.
media. She's
Wait a minute.
she's quite
What
the
happened to
angsty
my home?
fellow,
My
normally.
island. Riku. Kairi.
Where has
You know what?
my island gone?
I really don't know.
Right, so what we gotta do here is talk to Yuffie. Heard that the Keyblade can open all sorts of locks. Give it a try next time you find the treasure chest. So yeah, if you don't say that, you won't be able to unlock this. So do that. Boop boop. And that's how you get the elixir. Otherwise, I believe she just doesn't tell you. So yeah. You'll see that up here as well. There is a clock. So what we have to do is we have to head up here. Oh god. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Oh, we need to get to do it twice, don't we? 5, 6. Should be the last one. Yeah? Or did I overkill it? Oh no, I haven't done it nearly enough. Sorry, I need to do it 2 more times. Is that it? One more time, one more time. That's it. I was gonna say, it has to be at 7, I'm sure. There we go. Mithril. Right. We'll save up real quick. Do not have that much left to do here. Which sounds insane because we've got 9 more items to get. We do have a little bit of a roundup thing to do, but what we gotta do now is... Do we just talk to Leon now? I believe so. He says, are we ready? Prepare myself. Are you ready for a fight? I'm ready. Join Aerith. Right.
Go.
Now that these guys have spawned, we should be able to get up to the next level, which means that we should be able to get Treasure Magnet, which would be very appreciated. Silly duck. Right. Right, it is amusing that he says, just ignore these guys and head for the big pillars, but, XP, you know?
Come on.
And they get us free XP for this, which I think is probably worth the effort. Just quickly get all these little bits and bobs. We don't have anything we can... Yeah, that's only for spells in this game. Right, how much further do we need to go? 122. Oh, I could just do the boss. Right, okay, here's what I'm going to do first, though. I'll clear out the guys around here. Because you gotta think, right? 10 of these guys, that's 30 XP. And if we do that 4 times, clearing out 40 of these little buggers, then we should be golden. We just gotta make sure that we don't enter District 3 just yet. Really trying to bank on stun impact activating during some of the stuff, because that would make this so much quicker. But of course it activates when there's only one left. That's fine. Still useful. Still useful. Get all the moments. Yeah. Trust me when I say that, like, doing this sort of stuff when you can in a comfortable environment is a lot better than later on. Wonderland is our... Are we doing Wonderland first? I believe so. Wonderland is our first major Disney World that we're going to be going to, and unfortunately it's pretty shoddy for grinding. There is an argument to be made when you go back to them much later on, but for the time being it just sort of sucks. Wonderland isn't a bad place. I need to point that out, like, but it is not great for combat. Just knocked him down. If he could come back up, please. Come over here, buddy. There you go. You can sort of see why, like, stun impact is the best thing to have in this environment in comparison to, like, sliding dash. Because if you had sliding dash right now, you can imagine how annoying it is just to, like, with everyone else just being sent across the map whenever you finish a combo. You can imagine how stressful that is to keep up with. Like, having to run over here just to do a bit of damage, which you might think, well, that's the point of sliding dash, right? Yeah, but it's predominantly there to focus on, like, a singular target. Causing knockback damage and then having to go over and deal with them is a lot more frustrating than you might think. Whereas, again, if you have stun impact, they would all be in the same place, which means that at the very least you can get, like, one solid combo out on everyone there. I mean, to be fair, these guys aren't that hard to deal with as long as you keep them in front of you. Where you go? Oh, you despawned. There we go. Again, if we check that, 54. Having shorter immediate attacks like this as well ensures that if things get a bit overwhelming in the future, you can just dip in and out. You know, you're not committed to a long animation. Even if the damage might be better, you're not stuck doing it, if that makes sense. Quickly just grab that. The more ingredients we get early on, the better.
Come on! Take that!
That was very convenient. I'll take it.
Take that!
It's only a group that spawns here. Oh, there they are. Okay. Where are you running off to?
Come on!
Again, getting treasure magnet early on is probably for the best. There's just a lot of stuff where there's just encounters later on that you really do not want to have to repeat. I just take it that there's only those guys there. That's the sound of armor clanking. Is there... Oh, it's Sora. Of course it is. Right, cool. A good early game grind spot, if you absolutely need it, is inside the Gizmo shop. We're not going to go there for a bit, just because as good as it is for like early game grinding, it's a bit of a nuisance at this point. It's Leon. The first district is secure. If you run into trouble, come back here. Certainly will. But for the time being, we're going to quickly talk to Aerith. Because she'll get us a mega potion, which would be really nice. Please and thank you. Something to note is the amount of item slots we got. If you're used to 4, don't worry. That's a thing that happens depending on which which weapon you choose at the start of the game. Okay. Now we're going to go to District 3, and we're going to do a boss fight, which should be fun and dandy. Yeah, you see, I'm not going crazy. I'm not going crazy. Encounters just work this way. Cool. Okay. I wonder if, like, cutscenes count as, like, a reset. Maybe that's what was happening there. Still learning about games like this as I go. Like, the more you play a game, the more you get into, like, the mindset of, like, how everything was sort of put together. 15 to go. Okay, I'm gonna find one encounter and then get that out of the way with, because when we're going to District 3, we're gonna start up the next we're gonna start up the boss fight essentially, which whilst we will level up to get treasure magnet through that, we won't be able to equip it just yet. So if I can just get enough XP to deal with that, that would be great. I suppose going through the hotel would be the next best thing to do. Go through there, pop out the other side. Yeah. Because I don't need that much XP. In fact... There we go. And our defense went up too. So now we can just go into abilities, and we have treasure magnet. Can't equip it yet. That's the only thing. That's my bad, actually. I should have thought about that. I can't remember when AP goes up for with the stuff that we got. I can't remember some of the stat things. I remember when the abilities come around. I can't remember when we get like strength, AP, MP, and defense boosts just yet. But that shouldn't be a problem. As long as I keep on track with leveling, we should be fine.
Gosh, are these the Heartless guys?
Still, getting it now is probably better than later, because then that means that I don't have to, like, faff about, like, trying to get it later on. Again, the Treasure Magnet is, I cannot stress enough, getting it this early in the game is the best thing to do. Right, so we've got Donald and Goofy with us now, which is relatively decent. Donald is a bit of a powerhouse when it comes to the old magic. He's also a little bit trigger happy, one way or the other. You can adjust this. We'll be playing it by ear. This happens in all Kingdom Hearts games. They tend to get a little bit excited when it comes to using their abilities in general, unless you turn them down. I discovered this recently with my girlfriend. This boss here, I always envisioned as being purple. I'm not crazy for that. That's how it was originally designed in the PS2 version. Because when she was going through this playthrough not too long ago, I kept looking at this going like, I feel like that this is like a weird thing. Oh, stun impact whip, that's what happened there. Cool, I did not realise that was on bosses. I didn't know whether or not to count Leon as a boss. Getting the core isn't really what we want to do. We want to focus on limbs, because as long as they've got limbs, they can keep doing their super attacks, and that's not good for us. Go. Should be close to getting rid of it. This isn't that difficult of a boss. It is... I would probably say that this is a boss that you might struggle with if you haven't been paying attention to much that's been going on with the opening of the game. But, as I remember when I was younger, I struggled a little bit with this. But we should be alright. There are actually, I've encountered people that believe that if you have scan in this game, the game is easier. I don't believe that's the case whatsoever. I think it's a motivator. I think that's it. I think being able to see the end goal in sight helps massively with your ability to actually do it. You are getting a little high. There we go, easy peasy, and we got jackpot as well. Those are really good things to start off with. I cannot stress that enough. Oh! Right. You might think, oh, congratulations, you've done the boss. That means that you're going to go off with Donald the Goofy. No! We are not done yet. Which is why I think this is probably a good idea to make these episodes as long as this one is. Brave Warrior is really good. We're going to equip that as soon as we can.
So, you were looking for me?
They too have been seeking the wielder of the Keyblade.
Hey, why don't you come with us? We can go to other worlds on our vessel.
I wonder if I could find Riku and Kairi.
Of course.
Are you sure?
Who knows? But we need them to come with us to help us find the thing.
Devious little ducky bastard.
Sora, go with them. Especially if you want to find your friends.
Yeah, I guess.
But you can't come along looking like that. Understand? No frowning, no sad face, okay?
I should mention at this point, I don't know if I already have.
Yeah,
Sorry if you can hear the fan in the background. It is very warm. It's just the case at the moment.
Happy?
That's one funny face.
Okay, why not? I'll go with you guys.
Name's
Goofy.
I'm Sora.
All for one for all.
Yeah, they are a cute bunch. It's hard to deny.
That little squirt took down that Heartless. Who'd have thought it?
Such is the power of the Keyblade. The child's strength is not his own.
Why don't we turn him into a Heartless? That'll settle things quick enough.
And the brat's friends are the king's lackeys. Slug on the eyes, they're all bilge rats by the look of them.
You're no prize yourself.
Shut up!
Enough! The Keyblade has chosen him. Will it be he who conquers the darkness?
I was wrong about the elixir placement, by the way.
Either way, he
That one
could
we
be
get for
quite
free.
useful.
So yeah, the elixir on the table earlier is just one that you can pick up anyway after you talk to Yuffie. You do have to talk to Yuffie in order to understand how to get that in the first place. But I believe if we talk to Leon... Yeah, there we go. So yeah, each world will have like a world exit. That's not normally the case. Well, actually, that's a lie as well. Not every world has a world exit. In fact, I think only this one has a world exit. I think I was massively wrong about that. We got dodge roll. Right, so yeah, if we open this up now, we now have the journal, but also if we go to abilities, we have dodge roll. Do I want to equip that from the get-go? Will I need dodge roll just yet? I don't know. But boost attack power when HP is critically low, combined with a weapon skill for more power. We're going to equip this just because it's the only thing he has. We've got Rocket and Jackpot here, so leaps and like it's just yes. Just ensure that they have stuff like that for the get-go. You can mess about with it later on, but considering it's the only abilities that they've got now, you might as well. What we are going to do is we are going to equip Brave Warrior, so we can get our strength up, because that's what we're lacking at the start of all this. So, yeah, there we go. Awesome stuff. I think for the time being we will equip Dodge Roll, whilst we do not have the AP for Treasure Magnet. Is there anything else I want to do in the settings menu before we do that? I'll show off the journal real quick. So we've got Chronicles, which tells us about Sora's story here, and we've got the characters, so we can have a look at all these little bits and bobs. That's going to keep flashing new, so just ignore that. Okay, pretend that that does not exist. So yeah. We are going to do the Trinity stuff now, so if you're wondering what that is, if we walk on over here, look at this mark. I wonder what it is. It's a Trinity mark. They appear in many places. Only the blue ones react in the beginning. Sora, Donald, and Goofy can perform various Trinity moves besides these marks. So if we go here, press triangle. Hey, there we go. And that gives us a postcard. Which, this should give us a Mega Ether. Yeah. Oh, that's right, we can also customize our stuff. So we've got triangle there, and that's about it at this point in time. Am I alright with triangle? Yeah, fine. That's alright. So there should be another... There it is. This will give us a little bit of money. we go. Now we're going to go to District 2. Oh, we are... Yeah, we are going to go to District 2. We're going to go there, but first, we're going to hop over here. Well, there is a safe that we could not unlock before, but now we've been told that we can use the key to do it. We can do that. So we can quickly send us off to the post. The little post box, the mailbox, if you will. And it will net us... Mithril! Yay! Right. Now we're going to go to District 2. And we're going to go to the hotel. We got Dalton and Goofy with us now, which means that got a bit of backbone. You know, we can handle things a little bit better. I believe that we're at a moment of calm in this place, so we'll just take advantage of that whilst we can. Have I already gotten this one? I think I might have done. If I've got 2 pretty stones, I do. Could have sworn that there was... Oh, it's in this room. That's my bad. There it is. I was like, hang on a second. There we go. Pretty stone. Cool. And now we can exit. No. We don't have that much left to do here now. If we go out of here... We can go through here. We don't actually have to like go for this route in particular, but I'm doing it because it's just, trust me, like whilst it's calm, it's just safe to do this stuff now. Because we do have to go up and around all this place later on, but there'll be a lot of enemies at that point. Okay, yeah, we can't do anything with that stuff just yet, but we can... get this, which I believe should be another mithril, right? Yeah, mithril shard this time. And that will take us to District 3, and there should be a little thingy about here. There, postcard, there we go. Whee! Okay, we've got this over here as well. But if we go up here, little statue of Lady in the Tramp there. If we go up here, we've got a Trinity point. That'll get us a camping set. And some more monies, which we can just quickly grab. And this next section is meant for like a return trip later on, but we're going to do it now. So you can lock onto here and then cast fire. That will unlock this door, and that'll take us to the mystical house. Hee. All this stuff just conveniently moves to the left, which I just think is a little bit funny. Yeah, we enter through here. There's some chests about the place here that we can't get just yet. But that's fine.
There's something about this musty place. It reminds me of the secret place back home, where we used to scribble on the walls. Remember?
Kyrie?
Sora?
His little face. Nah, bless. We've got to ensure that we've got enough money to get some items as well before we head off, because each in order to make like the most out of certain items, it's better to have at specific points in the game. So we'll be able to get the Morning Star and the Smasher, which is a weapon for Donald and a weapon for Goofy. They reduce some stats in favor of others. Actually, I don't know if they do. I think starting off they're just fine, but it's going to be quite preferable to get them at this point. Just because Donald's going to blaze through his MP anyway, and I'd sooner he have a very decent melee attack from the get-go. Again, if you're playing this game early on, if you're just playing this title, just chilling out, you don't have to worry about this. Go through the game at your pace, explore, do your own thing. You know, you can get through these worlds quite happily one by one, with just like bumping into roadblocks and then heading back and then like grinding here and there a little bit if you absolutely need to. But I will say, if you're following this as a guide, number one, best of luck, because that's not really my intention. But number two, if you are following this, just know that it's going to be an uphill battle at one point. Anyway, here's some gubbins, some bits and bobs that we can sort of deal with at this point. If you talk to Merlin, you can practice using a little bit of magic if you wanna. And we can't... I don't believe that we can do anything with the Fairy Godmother just yet. If we give her a talking to. That sounds like we're telling her off. Yeah, her world has disappeared too. But yeah, I believe if we talk to Merlin, he'll just tell us that we can start a little magic off with him. But yeah, that was the last item to get within this world. Ain't that cool? What we're gonna do... I actually think that you can... Maybe I'm wrong about this, but am I wrong about this? Yeah, it's unlocked now. So yeah, I think you can only do that again when Yuffie tells you that you can use the Keyblade to unlock things. Right, this is going to be a little bit of a Hail Mary. Yeah, so we've got enough potions to get by. We need a few for this next world. It's got a puzzle that requires you to use potions. It's a bit evil, to say the least, at this point in the game. I want to go to the item shop. Never mind. My bad. Sorry, the items shop, right? No, the item shop. Right. Was there a misspell at some point? I don't know. Right. I'm here, the shop. I want... Can we get this stuff? We absolutely can. Why would I get 4 of them? I want 1. I guess for synthesis later on. Oh, did I want the Morning Star? I did want the Morning Star. That's good. I want the Smasher as well. Yeah, okay, that's good, Because if we got Warhammer, it reduces MP, and if we got that, protects against various attacks, but it's... Yeah, we want Goofy to actually attack. It's +2 in that field. Okay, cool. I think we've got everything that we need. So let's get them equipped. Yeah, yeah, look at that. Already. Good stuff. And then we go to here, and then we've got Smasher. Good. Okay. What do I want to do? Do I want to keep going? I could keep going. What's my list looking like for Wonderland? Because Wonderland's crazy. Yeah, Wonderland's crazy. Problem is with Wonderland, when you get there, initially, the world state is like at its calmest form possible, but in order to progress and get some of the better items in the game, you do have to go out of your way to like move the world state forwards. It's one of the few worlds in this game that does that. Wonderland is like a type of world or level in this game that or in this series rather, that hasn't been replicated since, where they tried to enact like some weird puzzles involving the items that you collect along the way, and also change the difficulty of certain encounters with story progression. So it's a bit weird, because you can go to other worlds and then like the difficulty will go up depending on where you're at the game. That's not different. Wonderland is the only one where it happens in real time. So yeah. Put it this way as well, if I did Wonderland now, that would mean that I would have to do no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't actually have to do anything just yet. Kind of, maybe. Okay, so there is something that we can do in Wonderland as of now, if we wanted to, in terms of like an early little quest thing. There are white mushrooms in this game, but in order to do all the white mushroom quests, we obviously need more spells. At this moment in time, we only have fire. We can do 1/3 of the quest. It does mean that we're gonna have to like get back. But also, like, the white mushrooms aren't the hardest thing to deal with, like, later on in the game. Like, if we absolutely need to. It's going to be a difficult one. I'll tell you what. I'm going to end this video here. Predominantly because starting things afresh and doing... like, because I have a feeling that Wonderland's going to need its own entire section rather than just this. Because there's going to be a lot to do. There's going to be a lot to do. Whenever I play Kingdom Hearts 1, Wonderland is always the level where I'm like, alright, yeah, that's going to happen. Not in a bad way, but just in, like, it's so far out there in terms of how everything else progresses along. People talk about, like, Atlantis, or is it Atlantica in this? They talk about the Little Mermaid world in this game, and they often roll their eyes because of the swimming mechanics. They say, oh, they're the water world. Oh, roll my eyes. It's gonna be dreadful to get through something like that. Oh, because of the control scheme's different. Oddly enough, no. I quite like that world for its own reasons, which we'll get into when we get there. But Wonderland takes a spot for me in this game for like, that is like the mental blocker, because you're having to go about the game in a way that the title doesn't really, like, the title doesn't prepare you for prior, and then when it does prep you when you're doing that, nothing ever reaches those heights until like Hollow Bastion. But even in Hollow Bastion, the puzzles that you're doing in Hollow Bastion aren't of the same tier as Wonderland. It's very weird. But yeah, I'll leave this here. We'll do Wonderland next. We might even, depending on how long it takes to get through that, we might even tie it with Deep Jungle, because Deep Jungle has some shenanigans to do in it as well, and I think it might take a similar amount of time. But yeah, we'll see you then. Goodbye!